Hello, viewers. I thought today would be fun because, well, I'm not at my best. I'm actually trying to get over a cold. I've been really sick for the last week, and pretty sick anyway by standards. I've had a really bad cough where I would cough as hard as I could, and I couldn't get the phlegm out of my throat. That went on for about 4 or 5 days. Then I had a hacking cough where I could at least get the phlegm up, but it was pretty consistent, like all day. And then now here it is, probably a week later, and the last couple nights I've been really congested and have a runny nose. And so, anyways, on that topic, as you kind of tell just by looking outside from my window here, it is cold and flu season. It's the dead of winter. It's like 13 degrees outside or that. Not very nice. So it's the time of year where this does happen quite a bit, which up till Goofy Seller's lifetime has been okay. People have accepted it for a really long time. People have been around for 40, 50,000 years, right? And I think something like 100 billion people have existed up until now and 8 billion currently. And everyone's probably, gotten sick, healed, got over it, and just kind of like slid it under the rug and forgot about it. But not me. We ain't doing that here. We're bucking the trend, We're pushing the envelope. We're questioning everything. That's the point of my YouTube channel. So we're going to delve into it just a little bit because I want to fix this problem, or at least bring it to everybody's awareness while I'm alive here on Earth. And so that's what we do. Anyways, so I did a little research, and it looks like the average person has about 2 to 4 colds per year. And I was thinking, like, that sounds about right for one. And for two, like, that's a lot of colds per year, especially if you're down for a whole week every time. And so I did a little more number crunching and things like that as I do. And so that comes out to be about 8% of your life. And asked Google a couple more questions, and it looks like about 5 years of everybody's life, 5 to about 12 years, people are going to be sick with the flu, cold, down and out basically, and it's really hard to feel good. I mean, you can usually make it by under a lot of the circumstances and conditions of the cold, to the point where you could still make it to work and things like that, but you generally don't feel great, aren't sleeping well, and a little bit miserable, not going to lie, right? So anyways, the human body has 36 trillion cells and 7 octillion atoms, with 100 billion or so neurons and neurotransmitters in the brain to communicate messages back and forth. And so the theory, as I see it, is there's x-rays, we got MRI machines, CAT scans, PET scans, dog scans, all those sorts of things to view your cells, right? And in theory, from my understanding, the technology is out there where there's machines that can scan your body like so many thousand times per second, right? And I'm not sure which one of those aforementioned machines that is. Sorry, I'm a little congested today because I'm still battling with it. And last night's sleep got so bad that I decided I'm going to do a topic and a video today. I don't feel great. So anyways, the theory, as I see it, is if we could scan and everybody had access to one of these machines where they can scan their cells and for, any virus, bacteria, or disease, just to kind of monitor what's going on with your body from day to day, because it's serious and like it's kind of like our temple and our what you want to call it, our capsule, that we carry our soul in. So if our true and proper worship is to take care of our body, then it seemed to make sense we should all have access to be able to take care of it, right? Especially if you want to live to maybe be 100 years old. And not very many people do. As of now, only 0.03%, which is 3 in every 10,000 people, make it to be 100 years old. And that's kind of low. So I'd like to see that bump up, because I'm a firm believer in that people who are a little bit older in age, chronologically speaking, they can obtain more and more education and wisdom as life goes on. And if they're righteous, they're going to pass it down and share it with the younger generation so they can get a head start and, advance life just that much more efficiently and effectively, which is going to be important going down the road here, because we're going to have to start mining finding different ways to mine and create things out of thin air, so to speak, which will be through intelligence and the abundance that God provides to us. But also we have to be realistic and be more intelligent about how we go about things to preserve the earth and to make sure that we can preserve human life, if that's indeed what God's will is and what we want to do. So anyways, what I've been doing, I've tried NyQuil a couple of nights. I've been doing the Mucinex and Astepro. And a couple of nights ago, my congestion kicked in, and it was pretty bad, where I would lay down to try to sleep and I couldn't, because I literally couldn't breathe through my nose, and like that doesn't seem normal to me. I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but breathing is super important, right, to live. So I don't like it when I go to lay down and I literally can't breathe through my nose. I don't even know how one is to fall asleep when that's the case. And I tried this product here because I wanted a nasal spray that is not acid free, but steroid free. And the Astepro claimed to have no steroids. And the reason the no steroids in the nasal spray is important to me is because I used to use Afrin, which works great to clear congestion. It really does. Afrin's amazing, but it has steroid in it for your nasal cavities. And basically, when you're congested and you can't breathe through your nose, your nasal cavity swells up. And when you use the Afrin with the steroid, it'll like narrow the swelling of your membrane, I guess. And when it narrows, it opens up your nasal passage. You're able to breathe the air again through your nose. However, after about 3 days of use of Afrin, your nose becomes dependent on it, and therefore it'll just start swelling up for no reason because you're not taking the spray, and you become addicted to it. And I basically I bought Afrin every few days as needed, a couple times a week, maybe once a week. I can't remember for sure, but it went on for 10 years. And then I went to jail for a week, and I couldn't breathe. Like when I got to jail, I literally couldn't breathe at night hardly. I had to breathe through my mouth and all that. And that was how I ended up kicking the Afrin habit, though, is by going to jail. Praise God, right? However, I don't ever want to go through that again. So I'm looking for a better alternative to clear my nasal passages so I can sleep, so I can get rested and feel better and get over my cold. But the ultimate goal would be to not even have a cold anymore. And so I'm trying to speak that into existence, so maybe the researchers and the scientists of the world can look into and maybe make, and the medical doctors, and so can make it so everybody can have their own machine to kind of scan their cells for bacteria and disease, etc. Because I think that'd be nice. So I used the Astepro. It worked a couple nights ago when my congestion was first coming on, and it allowed me to sleep without issue. But last night my runny nose and congestion went on all day, and when I went to lay down, the Astepro was no match for my right nostril. It cleared the left one okay, but I literally couldn't breathe through my right side at all. I even did breathing exercises and tried clearing it out and all that. Nothing worked. So the Astepro is like a 50-50 review, 1 thumb up out of 2, because it didn't do the job last night. It did the first night I had it. I've been doing it for 2 nights. So I'm a little worried about tonight. And Mucinex is another thing. I got a cold about 2 months ago, and I did the Mucinex, and it broke up the congestion in my chest and nose or wherever it goes. And I was able to sleep a couple months ago, but I must have a more severe congestion and cold this time around. And I've been taking the Mucinex and using the Astepro nasal spray only if needed. And the last couple nights I've needed it, obviously. And the Mucinex was not a cure for my nasal congestion either. It might have helped to a small degree, but it definitely was not strong enough. So we need to work on these things until we get it fixed, because it's unacceptable to be sick for 5 years of your life if it's not necessary. And so that was kind of the point of today's exercise. Hopefully you learned a couple of things, and I brought it to the spotlight so we can fix the problem. I'm going to work on it during my lifetime. It's just one of many topics. And anyways, just wanted to get it out there. Thanks for listening. Hopefully I didn't go on too long. Y'all have a great day. Get better if you're sick like me. And we'll be on top of our game soon. Good day.